So there's a video going around right now claiming that your $20 AI subscription is, and I'm quoting, a mathematical impossibility. That the whole thing is propped up by venture capital money. That the companies are secretly making their AI dumber to save cash. And that sometime soon, the rug gets pulled, prices go up 10 times, and your favorite tools just disappear. And if you run a small business, and if you've started leaning on these tools, that probably made your stomach drop even just a little. So today, we're going to do something I love doing. We're going to pour a cup of coffee, check the receipts, and figure out what's actually true, what's exaggerated, and most importantly, what any of this means for you and your business. Spoiler, you don't need to panic. But there are a couple of smart things you should do. Let's get into it.
You think a $20 AI subscription is the deal of the century. In reality, it's a trap. A power user on tools like Claude Code actually costs $15,000 a year to run. But you're only paying a fraction of that because venture capitalists are footing the bill. You're living inside the AI Uber moment, a temporary illusion built to get you hooked before the price tags change. But the money is running out. When this trillion-dollar house of cards collapses, the tools you rely on every day will either vanish or cost you 10 times more. The economics of AI are broken. Chapter 1. The $20 Illusion. It all starts with your wallet. A serious Claude Code user runs through roughly 10 billion tokens a year. Tokens are basically the thought units of AI. Every word it reads, every word it writes, every decision it makes relies on a token. If you paid for that usage through a standard API, those 10 billion tokens would cost you around $15,000 a year. That is the real unsubsidized price. No discounts, no incentives, just the raw compute costs. Now that same user on a flat rate Max subscription pays around $1,200 for an entire year for the same workload. From $15,000 down to $1,200, a 92% hidden subsidy. Imagine walking into a dealership, picking out a car priced at $15,000 and being told that you only owe $1,200 because someone somewhere else covered the rest. It doesn't make sense, and that's what makes this model so strange. But the answer lies in OpenAI's own financial projections. Leaked to the information, the company's on track to lose $14 billion in 2026. Not revenue, losses. A $22 monthly subscription covers about 1.7% of what an active power user actually costs to serve. You are not a customer, you are bait.
Okay, quick summary, because the video is about 17 minutes of pretty dramatic music. The big argument is this: you pay $20 a month for an AI tool, but the actual computing power you use can cost the company way more than that. The video says a heavy user can rack up something like $15,000 a year in real costs. So the companies are losing money on purpose. Kind of how Uber rides used to be suspiciously cheap because investors are covering the difference to get everyone hooked. And the video predicts that when an investor money runs dry, we get what's called the great AI rug pull. Huge price hikes, dead startups, tools that you rely on completely gone. Dramatic? Yes. Completely made up? Actually, no. And that's why I wanted to react to this, because the facts in it are mostly true. Its conclusions, however, are where things get a little spicy. Let's start with what checks out, because honestly, more of it checks out than I expected. First, the losses are real. OpenAI, that's the company behind ChatGPT, has internal projections reported by respected tech publication called The Information, showing about $14 billion in losses just in 2026. They don't expect to make a profit until around 2029. That is not a rumor. That's their own paperwork. Second, the heavy user math is real too. There's a documented case of one developer whose AI usage would have cost over $15,000 at pay-per-use prices, and he was paying a couple $100s a month on a subscription. The companies know this happens. It's actually why they added usage limits. But here's the thing the video glosses over. That's how flat rate pricing has always worked. Your gym doesn't lose money because one person lives there. The all-you-can-eat buffet survives because most of us tap out after a couple of plates. Light users balance out heavy users. That's not a scam. That's typical. Third, yes, the big companies are investing in each other in circles. Chip companies invest in AI companies who turn around and buy chips from them. The chip companies, the video calls this a round-trip scam. And look, financial experts are genuinely debating this one. Some say it looks worryingly like the dot-com era. Others point out that real products and real services are actually changing hands, which makes it more like normal vendor financing than fraud. So, real concern, real debate, but the word scam is the video's word and not an evidence-based word at that. Now for the claims that got a little too much. The stealth nerfing, this idea that companies are secretly making your chatbot dumber to save money. Here's what's actually happened. Yes, users notice quality dips, but when one company investigated, they published a full technical explanation showing it was caused by bugs and stated plainly that they don't intentionally degrade their models. Could a company do that someday? Sure. There is proof it's happening. As money-saving strategy, there's no proof at this moment. That claim runs on vibes, not on receipts at this time. And the big one, the 10 times price hike. This is a prediction, not a fact yet. And honestly, the trend has gone the opposite so far. The cost of running these AI models keeps falling fast. Competition is fierce. New, cheaper models are showing up constantly. When products get 10 times more expensive, it's usually because there's no alternative. Right now, there are alternatives everywhere. Could prices creep up? Sure, Netflix did it. Your subscriptions are always going up eventually. But your $20 plan becomes $200 overnight? There's just no evidence pointing there. So what does this mean for your business, you may be wondering? This is a part I really want to talk about. Should you be worried? Here's my honest answer. Worried? No. Thoughtful, however, yeah. And there's a difference. Number one, don't build your house on rented land. If your entire business workflow lives inside one AI tool, one company's chatbot, or one company's app, you're in a fragile space. Not because the rug pull is coming, but because any single tool can change and will change, and it will raise prices or eventually shut down. That's been true since long before AI. This is exactly why I'm always telling you, own your website. You should own your email list. Those are yours. AI tools should be assistants in your business, not the foundation of it. Number two, keep your work portable. Save your best prompts in a regular document. Keep your important content, your blog posts, your client files, processes, in places that you have control of. Your favorite AI tool tripled in price tomorrow. You could be able to shrug, switch to a competitive platform, and keep moving forward. That's not paranoia, that's just good housekeeping. Number three, budget AI like any other tool or web app. $20 a month is a business expense, like your hosting or your design software. If it's saving you hours, it's earning its keep. Today, at today's price, you don't have to predict 2029. You just have to ask, is this worth it this month? And keep asking. And number four, and this one's a quiet opportunity. The video right now that AI answers are changing how people search. Fewer clicks are going out to websites, but the businesses that show up inside of those AI answers, they're the ones with clear, helpful, well-organized websites that AI can actually understand and cite. So the boring fundamentals are good content, clear writing, and a tidy website. It just became more valuable and not less valuable today. The business owners who keep showing up and doing the unglamorous work are going to be just fine. So is this video debunked? Honestly, I'd say half debunked. The video's homework is solid. The losses are real. The weird circular money stuff is real. And the industry is genuinely hasn't figured out how to make this profitable yet. But the doom is overcooked. Companies are losing money while growing is the oldest story in tech. And it doesn't automatically end the rug in pool. Sometimes it ends anywhere online. Your job isn't predicting which way it goes. Your job is to build a business sturdy enough that it doesn't matter. Own your platform. Keep your work portable and treat AI as a helpful assistant, not as the foundation of your whole company. If this was helpful, you know what you need to do. If you want a free guide on making your website show up in AI search results, that's linked down below. You're gonna be fine. I'll see you in the next one.